Oye, güey, ya guachaste el desmadre que pasó allá en Zacatecas, güey. Allá en México, cabrón. Oh, güey, está... Esto es lo que te voy a contar, güey. Está cabrón, güey. Si tú eres una persona muy sensible, por favor, no mires este pinche video. En Zacatecas, el cartel del noreste manda un video, ¿verdad? Este video anda circulando por todas las redes. Y así está todo el pinche pedo, güey. Los vatos, ¿verdad? Están como 7, 8 vatos, güey, encapuchados. ¡Pum! Traen antibalas, traen armas largas los güeyes acá bien pesadotes. Y enfrente de ellos tienen a un vato así en sus rodillas, güey. Lo tienen así como arrestado, vamos a decir. Y el vato que está tomando el video está leyendo, por decir, una nota, ¿verdad? Un recadito. El vato le está diciendo a todos los del cartel del Jalisco, les está diciendo al cartel del Golfo, al cartel de Sinaloa y especialmente al cartel de la línea, güey, o sea, la línea de Juaritos, güey, de aquí de Juaritos, y les está avisando. Aquí es un ejemplo para todos estos vatos que vienen a cagar el palo aquí en Zacatecas. Zacatecas pertenece al cartel del noreste, güey. Después de que dicen ese pedo, ¿verdad? Que no anden aquí cagando el palo, lo acuestan, güey. Lo acuestan al vato. Lo empiezan a detener contra el piso, güey. El vato está acá amarrado, ¿verdad? Entonces no se puede mover, güey. Sale un vato de los mismos vatos de atrás con un cuchillo, güey. Un pinche cuchillo. El cuchillo más filoso que he visto en mi vida, güey. Y el vato empiezan de atrás, güey. De aquí atrás. Del cuello. Y lo empiezan a filetear, güey. Le empiezan a quitar así la piel, güey. Y le quitan así la máscara, güey. La piel, perro. Así como si fuera una máscara, güey. Y el vato, güey. El vato está vivo, perro. El vato está vivo y no está llorando, no está gritando, güey. La neta, yo pienso que el vato andaba en drogas, lo traían, lo inyectaron con drogas, o no sé cómo el vato no estaba llorando, no estaba gritando, güey. Voltean y lo pisan, güey, para detenerlo otra vez. El vato nomás dice, güey, sus últimas palabras, dice, nomás no me pises, pa. Así, güey, y, güey, gacho, güey, ya sin cara, güey, el vato dijo eso, güey. Estos vatos no tuvieron nada de piedad, güey, rudos. Empiezan, güey, aquí, güey. Le cortan aquí así, lo abren, güey. Y el mismo vato que lo está abriendo y todo el pedo, mete la pinche mano, güey. Hacia el pecho, güey. Mete la mano al pecho, y de ahí, güey, le saca el corazón, perro. Le saca el corazón al pobre vato este. No sé quién es ese güey, pero le sacan el pinche corazón, güey. Y luego lo enseñan a la cámara, güey. Mira, güey, el pinche corazón, güey, hasta así. Y luego le ponen la cara al vato y los ojillos así como todavía viendo, güey.
Yo, Mitch Panseco, Tlo, Deshpa. Mis saludos y respetos. Ole. Greetings to all my gente out there. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Well, what can I say? Just another day. Aquí nomás, chilling like a villain. But for those of you who don't know, ¿quién soy yo? My name is Manny. I'm the Jaguar Man. Welcome to Hood Ride Homies. This is a channel where we make homies. We don't break. Sometimes a little tough love takes us a little far. Little coscorrón, little constructive criticism doesn't hurt, you know. At the end of the day, I'm trying to wake up homies, see life in a positive way. Get these little homies or other homies, you don't gotta be young. You could at least see one of us on the other side of the screen and maybe be like, oh, okay, got a good point. Why don't we try to look at life or approach life in a different way? You know what I'm saying? The main thing is to better ourselves, to grow within, and try to do productive things for ourselves and our families, our loved ones. Remember, you gotta love yourself before you love someone else. You gotta do for you before you do for anyone else. With that said, come come on, let's get to the point. You know the ritual, homie. Pick up your feet, spark up your chorrito, your cold ass beast. Oh, damn, it's fucking hot. Woo! Get ready, homie, because we're gonna get hood with it. Nah, puro pedo. Damn. Fucking old man grew up, that's it. Damn. Still talking about hood, this and that. Wow. I sound like an old, grungy, bitter mother. Nah, come on, man. You guys seen the motherfucking intro. You know, Vato, you know, I'll be checking him out on TikTok and little stories, you know. He comes out with stuff that's happening around the world. And he mentioned Zacatecas and how the cartels are infiltrating. I could relate because my family's from Zacatecas. Mencia, Zacatecas to be exact. Saludos to all my gente from Zacatecas out there. So, you know, cartels are doing their thing. They've been doing their thing for many years, you know. And hey, you know, everybody has an agenda. Everybody has a plan. Everybody wants to contribute the little seeds, whether if it's good or bad. But hey, they want to make a difference in their own little world. But yeah, man, you got the cartels, man, setting examples out there, you know, trying to take over. You're not going to mess around certain organization. And sometimes that's the way to do it, to put fear into people's hearts and minds. So, according to this man, this cartel, El Norte Este, or whatever he mentioned it on the video, they're getting sick with it, man. They're making examples out of their rivals, their victims, whatever they are, whoever they are, and it's getting gruesome. It's getting equally like gacho crazy, you know. To be able to get your enemy and open them up while he's still breathing, alive, and he's watching you. He's conscious of you and slicing them down the chest. Ooh. And then at that, you get your bare hand, you dig in there, and you pull out his heart, and it's still pumping. Wow. That's deep. That's deep. I mean, I don't know these guys' mindset, their training, or their beliefs, but man, I mean, this reminds me of the Aztecas, our ancestors. If you are Mexicano, Chicano, want to get down to the roots of our ancestors, you know, back in the days, allegedly, according to these books, history books, written by Europeans, by Spaniards. According to them, they're saying that the Aztecas used to sacrifice their enemies, their rivals. They used to go to war, capture them, bring them back alive, and on a certain day, sacrifice them. The purpose of their sacrifice was more of a spiritual belief. It was spiritual significance. Their main thing was to keep the sun, which was Tonatiuh, the sun god, to keep them going, crossing every day across the sky, keeping their lives, keeping their livestock going. Because of Tonatiuh, the world revolves around Tonatiuh, the sun god. If it wasn't from the sun, we wouldn't be here. If it wasn't from the sun, we wouldn't have food, our precious animals, crops. So the spiritual belief was to honor Tonatiuh, honor the sun, and the blood to Huitzilopochtli was, Huitzilopochtli means the god of war. Yeah, the Aztecs would sacrifice their victims to Huitzilopochtli, the god of war. And wow, I'm hearing this, the cartels now, you know, practicing this form of manipulation, intimidation. What's really going on? Are they doing it based on Aztec beliefs, or they're doing this for intimidation, trying to manipulate the masses? Like, hey, you know what? We want this, we want that. We're willing to do this and that just to have you about to step back, because we won't hesitate to pull your heart out while it's still beating, while you're still breathing. You'll be conscious. You'll be conscious. Man, that's some crazy shit, huh? What could that be considered? Like crazy, psycho? Or could it be normal? I mean, do we have new religions? Or maybe old religions coming back, trying to preserve the sun? Could it have been a human tactic to put fear into the hearts of the enemy? Or could it have been a sacrifice to the beautiful sun that gives us life, that lets us live every day, gives us food, that keeps the world going? Without the sun, hey, wouldn't be here. Wow, that's just deep. But it's crazy, man, because these cartels are getting sick with it, man. My grandpa, rest in peace, just passed away a couple of years ago. Like I said, I mentioned it earlier, I got family out there. My grandma already passed away. I still got family, but family, you know, that I haven't seen since I was a kid. But I think, but I remember my grandpa saying before he passed away that that the cartels were already knocking on doors out there, and they knew things that not too many people knew. And I guess they were trying to compensate all guns, all weapons. I guess they were trying to just probably recruit people, or take, if you're not part of the team, take your tools. Pretty much, they were setting the law. They were gonna be the law. And I think they found out that my grandpa had guns, and they took them all against his will. Yeah. So even at that, I hear rumors of them taking properties, you know, if they like your spot, your territory, your rancho, your livestock, whatever you have, they're taking it. They have an agenda. They're up to something. They ain't playing. You know, beautiful Zacatecas, man. I haven't been there in a while, but man, I remember when I was out there as a little kid, taking a shower in the river, watching my grandma and my mother do our laundry on the river. Just the nature, the beautiful surroundings, the environment, the sky so blue, no pollution. It's watching my family, you know, having those indigenous features, you know, my great grandma. There's a little history there, you know, in my family, going back to Pancho Villa, Zapata days, seeing pictures of my great grandfather dressed up with the big old white hat with his bullet vest on, and like a straight guerrillero, man, you know. It's always good to do our homework and find out where we come from, man. Get rooted in our culture. It doesn't have to be Mexican, Latino. It could be European, South America, Central America. And know your culture, know your background. It's always beautiful. You know, the food, you know, family, morals, the culture. It's like, man, it makes you live for something. It makes you feel important, like knowing where you come from. How deep do your roots go into the soil? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I just thought I'd briefly talk about these cartels and their little alleged sacrifice. I mean, now we look at it like savages, even back then, I guess. But you never know, man. Like I said, this history was written by Europeans. I read some books too, written by our gente, and they said that the Aztecas were not savages, that they weren't doing human sacrifices like that. The sacrifices and the rituals were different, more of a dance, more of burning, you know, incense and stuff like that, and more of a civilized ritual. Who knows? We're not that old. We weren't there. So we go by whatever the people before us have left down on the books. What do you guys think, man, about these cartels, you know, opening up people and being savages about this crazy shit, man? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. If you didn't know about the Aztecs, their rituals, that's what it was, man. It was all for Huitzilopochtli, the god of war. Oh, so with that said, hey, my name is Manny. I'm the Jaguar Man. Much love and respect. Hopefully you enjoyed this little spill. Ya sabes, this is Hoodwise, homie. Throw it up, SQ Rato.